Sunday, where college girls come to redefine college and life success while learning simple and effective study skills. And I know that as college students, the number one thing that we wish we had more of is time. If all we have is 24 hours in a day, how do we create more time to engage in fun activities that are going to help us build our character while we're in college? The only way that you can have more time for you is to let go of things that are not serving you and your goals in college. And one of the easiest ways that you can do that is by outsourcing. Now, if you're not familiar with what outsourcing is, it's basically just taking a task that you would normally do and handing it off to someone else to take care of it for you. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some of the things that you can outsource while you're still a college student. This applies to college girls that were like me, who worked full-time when they were in college and also went to school full-time, because a lot of this stuff is going to require that you invest in yourself. So the first thing that I outsourced was laundry. And what I would do is I would actually just take all of my dirty clothes and take it to a laundromat to be washed, dried, and folded for me. And then a day or two later, I'd go and I'd pick it up. And all that cost me was $10 to $20 depending on how many pounds of dirty clothes I brought to the laundromat. So I was free to take the time that I would normally spend doing laundry to dedicate it to making YouTube videos or to studying for an exam or reading that chapter that I thought that I wasn't going to have enough time to do because I had to do laundry. The second thing that I outsourced in college was the research and editing of my papers. Now, I promise you that this is not going to get you in trouble. What I actually would do is I would go to the library and I would meet with the research librarian and I would tell her what my research project was on or my research paper. And she would find all of these resources that would help me with my paper writing. Now, what I would do is at the end of those articles, they usually have lists of references that they also use in the bibliography to write their paper. And I would take those references and I would try to find those articles and those books within my library, and that would help me save time in the research process because I didn't have to go out and try to find all of these articles by myself. They were already listed there for me, and the research librarian helped me find them in the first place. The other thing is that the writing of the paper has to be done by the student, but nobody says that the proofreading, the editing, and the changing of the structure has to be done by the student. So what I would do is I would make sure that I wrote my paper with enough time in advance where I could hand it off to the professor to do the proofreading and the editing and give me feedback on that paper. The other thing that I would do if the professor wasn't available is take it to the writing center, and I would dump that part of the paper writing process on them. They would hand me back all these edits, and I would then have a perfect paper that was perfectly punctuated and flowed and had beautiful structure. So that would save me time when it came to writing papers. Now, the next thing that you can outsource is grocery shopping and meal planning. Now, my best friend Vanessa is currently a graduate student in Boston, and she actually uses Peapod, which is connection with Stop and Shop, and she basically places all of her grocery items into a cart, and someone from Stop and Shop goes grocery shopping for her, and then she gets these groceries delivered to her house. So a big portion of that time has been freed up for her because someone else went out and did the shopping for her. Now, you can do the same thing with meal planning. The ones that I suggest that is really awesome is by Karina and Katrina from Tone It Up. They give you a 8-week meal plan with a grocery list that you can take with you, and that'll save you time in that planning process. Now, the final thing that you can outsource as a college student, which we all dread, is cleaning. Cleaning is one of the things that tends to go by the wayside when we're studying and when we're in the busy college semester. So even though this is an expense for you, it saves you time. And we all know that time is money, right? So if you can use the time that you would normally spend cleaning to study for an exam, or to go work at an internship, or to build relationships that'll help you out in the real world, it's worth it. You can hire someone to come and tidy up your apartment once a month, and then all you're responsible for is picking up things as you go to kind of keep everything as tidy as you possibly can. So I hope that you found this video helpful. I am including, for anyone who is on my email list, I'm gonna give you some other things that you can outsource and other websites that you can use in this outsourcing process in this week's email. So if you're not on that email list, go ahead and click the link below. In addition to getting the outsourcing resource guide, you're also going to get my 4 cram sheets to getting better grades without the stress. Thank you so much for watching this video, and as always, I will see you in, not this Sunday, but the following Sunday. Bye! I hope you enjoyed the episode of Soulful Study Sunday you just watched. I have so many more study skills and practical college advice in the Rock at College system, a step-by-step blueprint for creating your own study system. Get better grades without the stress, overwhelm, and lack of social life over at rockatcollege.com.